Hail adventurers, welcome back to the Wyvern's Lair. I am TM Wyvern, and today we are checking out the Doors of Trithius. Trithius, rather. This is a early access sandbox computer role-playing game inspired by iconic sandboxes like Dwarf Fortress. It is the passion project, I believe, of a single developer, largely a single developer. Currently, it's, I would assume, probably halfway through early access. The developer has a very clear roadmap available on their website. And from what I understand from the community around the Doors of Trithius, the developer has been very good at keeping development moving along at a pretty quick clip here. It's been, I think, available on Steam for a few years now, and this game came to my attention through content creators like Splattercat Gaming, who kind of specializes in one-off looks at indie games under development or that have already been released. And what immediately drew me to the Doors of Trithius was the aesthetic, the art style that the developer has sort of embraced for this game, and it really caught my eye. It was very welcoming and pleasing, pixel art approach that they were taking. And I've really been looking for a computer role-playing game sandbox that offers a turn-based experience in a procedurally generated world. And what I think is interesting about the Doors of Trithius is how you have randomly generated dungeons, and that's really nothing new for the roguelike genre. You've had, great games over the years that really, go back into the antiquity of game development that can offer up procedurally generated dungeons. But what this game does is it kind of offers up a reactive world. So as you can see here, you have these regions color-coded, and that basically indicates factions that control that part of the world that you play in. And you, as the player, can actually influence the shape of these factions, their success, their failures. You can play a role in shaping the world that is Trithius. And from what I understand, that's just sort of a starting point on what this game will eventually offer players. There's apparently already a lot to do and experience in early access, and I thought now would be a good time for me to check it out here on my channel. One important thing to keep in mind, this still is pretty early access, so as development proceeds along, if you're thinking of getting this game, be aware that your saves may be invalidated upon a new update. So, don't go into purchasing this game with the idea that your saves are going to escape the development roadmap, at least for now. That for me is no problem. I don't mind sinking some hours and then having my save files invalidated by a new update. For me, it's, I think, a good time for me to get into this game and check it out. Let me go ahead and welcome the adventurers who are joining us for this session. We are joined by my good friend, Knight of the Banhammer and Drake of the Wyvern's Lair, adventuring party member, Flint Fireforge, saying, "I'm all in. Good to have you here, Fireforge." We got Seeker296 saying, "Good luck and high five." Appreciate that. Joined by longtime community member, Shadow Dragon, saying, "Greetings, fellow adventurers." We got Dragon Pink here, adventurers. Please join me in welcoming Dragon Pink, our fellow content creator, member of the Wolfpack, and our larger gaming community. Always good to see you, Dragon Pink. I hope all's going well with you. The last time you were in touch, you were just starting up a new job. At the time, you were playing a lot of Starfield on your channel. We're joined by Philosophus Rex, Drake of the Wyvern's Lair, Knight of the Banhammer, and also fellow adventuring party member here at the Lair. Good to have you here, Rex. Saying, "Hi guys, we got Free Water, adventurers, the master of hydration." Our great friend, fellow content creator, saying, "Ow, DM Wyvern and Lair mates. This looks pretty slick, doesn't it, Free Water?" This is the kind of game that I think you'd get into as well. Good to have you here, Free Water. How's things going out for you there in North Carolina? Hey, Free Water, I actually got some news for you. There is maybe a 10% chance likelihood that I might actually be moving out to Raleigh in several months. I'm not so sure. I just had an initial discussion with an opportunity that would take me out to NC, North Carolina. I don't know how that's going to go, but if I do end up there, we're going to have to get drinks at Stumple Stillskins. We got Avalak saying, "Hello, people." Rex says, "I'm so impressed by how you remember so much about your viewers." Well, the trick is, Philosophus, have a tiny channel and a tiny audience and be really intrusive about getting to know the lives of your handful of community members. That's how I did it. I think what's even more impressive for me is how larger content creators like Wolfheart is able to keep track of everyone. Granted that he has almost 200,000 subscribers now and hundreds of people on his streams. That's when, that's when it really kicks in your memory prowess. But no, I've been blessed to have a great community, and it's really been a pleasure to get to know people over the years here. Rewada says, "I'd be down for some brews." Excellent, man. You, me, Bro Wada, Lady Wada would be good times. Dragon Pig says, "I don't know how Wolf does it." Yeah, I think, the thing with Wolf is that obviously, a great part of his community has been with him for some years, and I'm sure, that helps. I would imagine it's probably a little tougher for him to get to know the newer folks who've been showing up recently. Dragon Pink says, "Life has been a roller coaster. Did some streaming of Nightingale this weekend." Ah, very cool, Dragon Pink. How's Nightingale, ticking along there? Nightingale looked like a really promising survival sandbox. One of the developers involved in Nightingale worked on Siege of Dragonspear. How's the stream? We got Juki here. Did I miss someone? Who turned up here? Juki Loves. Whiffgrid says, "Hi." Hey, Juki. Thank you for being here. Garrus, a.k.a. Lizard Flame 1. Alright, we got a lot of people here. Let me know how the stream is. The stream health. I'm hoping everything's, ticking along here. Let's go ahead and start up a new game. Alright, so choose your background. Again, this is one of the reasons why I was intrigued by this game, is just the wonderful presentation and art style. So this is where you're choosing your background, not necessarily your class, I think. You have a number of options, so let's go through them. You can start off as a knight. You were but a child when you joined an ancient knight's order, pledging yourself to a stringent code of honor. If you choose this background, you get the following traits. Focused learning, and it reads as such. It's a character trait. "I remember the first day of training, how he gripped his practice sword with delight and wonder. The rest of us, we were concerned for our bruises. Gives you plus 50% weapon mastery experience." and you get to choose one physical trait, which has no tooltip. Our starting items would be a one-handed weapon, a shield, and a heavy armor item. And for our skills, we get a major skill in chivalry, which reads as such: a knight's code that fortifies your resolve and armor, shielding you from the encroaching shadows. And you get a passive bonus: gain Oaths of the Fallen from non-human kills, redeemable for special bonuses. That sounds powerful to me. You can select 2 minor skills. Dragon Pink says Nightingale's doing good. They just released Realms Rebuilt and they overhauled the tutorials. It's really good now. Fix some of the quality of life issues. Oh, Dragon Pink. If only that I had more time in the world to check out all these great games. I can't tell you how many games I've missed out on this year just because I, 1, don't have the time, 2, don't have the money. But I hope to catch your stream of Nightingale sometime soon. I'll go back and watch your last video. Adventurers, thank you all for showing up here this Friday afternoon here at the Wyvern's Lair. I'm touched to see longtime friends like Free Water here, Dragon Pink, Drakes like Flint Fireforge and Rex, Garrus AK Lizard Flame 1, Shadow Dragon. Good crowd here today. Alright, we're going to take a look at Traveler now. You've come a long way, picking up many talents along the way, save for refined social skills. You often find yourself drawn to the road with no particular destination in mind. So you get an inquisitive mind. Curiosity is the measure of genius. Wisdom, its reward. You get plus 7% wisdom from all sources. You get terrible barterer. Sure, that sounds like a reasonable price. You get minus 20% to haggling. Haggling is your ability to negotiate prices. Negative haggling directly increases shop prices. Oh, okay, so that's obviously a penalty there. You get 1 mental trait, 1 speed trait, and 1 combat trait. Our starting items are a map, which is interesting, 3 potions, a one-handed weapon, and a light armor item. You get a minor skill in travel. A skilled traveler is able to safely and quickly reach their destination. Provides bonuses while overworld traveling, such as increased view distance and reduced chance of map events. And you get the following passive bonus. Each travel level experience increases your overworld travel speed by 2%, so it makes you quicker on the overworld map. Rex says DM Wyvern would have chivalry skills IRL. You're kind to say that, Rex. So we got Juki, and we got, who else did drop on by a new name that I hadn't seen here in the layer before? Seeker296. Do you guys follow me from the Discord for Trithius? The Doors of Trithius? I advertised the stream in the Discord for this game. You've got Chef here. More familiar with a ladle than a sword. Sounds like me, IRL. You've nonetheless found yourself struggling to survive in the outside world after being falsely accused of poisoning your previous patron. Also kind of sounds like me, IRL. You get the following traits. Save the scraps. If I use a little less, but put it on a bigger plate, plus 10% chance not to consume raw ingredients while cooking. Okay. We get the following ability, Belly Laugh. A chef's rumbling laughter can lift spirits and make the most dire situations seem but mild setbacks. Gain plus 25% stun, knockback, and wound resistance for 20 turns. That also sounds like me, IRL. We can select 2 mental traits if we choose the chef, and we get the following starting items: 3 random recipes, an apron, and a meat cleaver. We get a major skill in cooking. Represents your familiarization with combining raw food materials, turning them into more nutritious meals. Higher cooking levels allows you to learn more complex recipes. You get the following passive bonus. Each cooking level provides an increasing chance to create a superb version of any meal made with 3 or more ingredients. Freewater says, I love this chef description. And Seeker says, yes, I saw you in the Trithius Discord. This game is so immense. Enjoy. I'm looking forward to this, Seeker. I really don't like spreading myself too thin as far as the number of games that I'm playing. I always do a bad job of, disciplining myself. But you know what? The Doors of Trithius, I want to support this developer here. I think they're onto something special. And so here we are today to check out the Doors of Trithius at the Wyvern's Lair. We got the Druid here, trained by the Leafborn to use nature magic. You've left your peaceful ways behind to directly face the growing evils spread throughout the crumbling kingdom. We get the following traits. Pacifist upbringing. Growing up, the birds and trees were my friends. It is only now I seek a new path. We get minus 10% weapon mastery experience and minus 15% critical damage. Those sound like terrible traits to have on a character. Crit damage is the amount of bonus damage dealt on a crit. Okay, we get outdoorsman. Living in a valley meant it was most certainly uphill both ways, and we get plus 10 maximum energy. You can select 2 mental traits, and we get 4 recovery potions, light armor item, and staff, and we get a major skill in nature magic. So that probably compensates for your lack of melee prowess. Your ability to channel energy from the forest realm of Analia provides access to summoning spells, healing, and other nature-related magic. Passive bonus. Each level decreases the energy cost of nature magic abilities by 2%. And finally, we have a commoner here. Well, not finally, but on this end of the tarot cards you can choose for your background, we have the commoner at the far end. A peasant with no adventure experience whatsoever. You spent your life laboring under the sun. With nothing but a mysterious amulet and a strange calling that pulls at your very soul, you venture into the unknown. Warning, this character is highly challenging. You get a couple of traits, a singular mind, which reads, focused on one path, he falters on all others. And so we get minus 5% wisdom gain and minus 5 maximum energy for each unlocked non-combat skill. Okay. And we get fearful. Some never overcome their fear. All that remains is to grow in courage. When attacked by a higher level monster, 10% chance to become frightened. Frightened lasts 30 turns and reduces your attack speed and accuracy. That's interesting. We get a mysterious amulet and a farm weapon. I have the feeling the amulet must compensate for these negative traits, singular mind and fearful. It has to, otherwise that would be an ordeal of a background to have on a character. Gareth says, if you're a chef, you need blonde hair and an English accent and to call people a donut. Juki says, I'm Senyos' right hand. Oops, can't quite make that out. Seeker and also a new part of the team. Hey, congratulations, Juki. I'm so very glad that Senyos is adding some good people around him to support the development of the Doors of Trithius. Finally, at the far end of the spectrum here, we have Mercenary. Your experiences with the Dread Wolves prepared you for warfare. Though this rigorous training left you scarred in more ways than one, your wits on the battlefield remain sharp as ever. We get the following trait, Combat Wounds, if we choose Mercenary. It was the battle scars that separated the warriors from the children. One look at his face, and you could see his brutal history. We get minus 5 movement speed and minus 5 maximum energy. We get 2 combat traits and 1 physical trait, and the following starting items. 50 to 80 gold, a 2-handed weapon, and a heavy armor item, and a major skill in Dreadheart. The Dreadheart are the most feared and respected warriors in the Dread Wolves, embodying the clan's primal and brutal tactics. Passive bonus. Each Dreadheart level increases your lifesteal by 0.5%. You can select 2 minor skills. Over here we have Street Urchin, raised by the Shade Collective. You were trained to be agile, captivated by coin and other rare items. Your troublesome past and second-rate diet have caused your vitality to take a hit. And reads as such, poor diet. Stop whining. You'll be fed when I get my gold. Not a minute sooner. Minus 20 maximum health. Sounds like a line from Oliver Twist. Raised by thieves. Careful with this one. He's faster than he looks. You got plus 10 movement speed. We got 2 speed traits and 1 combat trait. We have the following ability, Rogue's Gambit. Feign left, dodge right, and hit them where they least expected. Focus on your footwork to gain a 12% dodge chance for 10 turns. 20 turn cooldown, it costs 50 energy. We get a 1-handed weapon and 2 light armor items, and we get a major skill in athletics. The athlete always strives for perfect physical fitness and mental coordination. While a knight may face his problems head on, those trained in athletics prefer to quietly slip by or simply leap over any obstacle in their path. Each athletics level grants a small bonus to movement speed, so I'm imagining this would be a great sort of background for a ranged character of some sort. Speaking of ranged characters, we have the Hunter here. You grew up in the forest of Analia, hunting animals for food and learning to forage for supplies. You slept with a bow at your side for as long as you can remember. You get the following traits as a hunter. You get a hunter's instinct character trait. The bow is not like any other weapon. To have the instinct, you must start young. There is no other way. You get an 8% accuracy from ranged weapons and a plus 5% chance to recover ammo. It requires a ranged type weapon. The ability you get is Ranger's Lethality. Take a deep breath. Take deep breaths. Let the lungs relax. Aim and let loose. Enter a state of heightened awareness to gain plus 15% accuracy for 10 turns. It has a 30-turn cooldown and requires 50 energy. Starting items include a campsite kit, ranged weapon, and a light armor item. Skills include a major skill in survival and 2 minor skills. Survival. Though hungry, wounded, and surrounded, the survivalist perseveres. Survival offers bonuses like trap detection and increased healing. Passive bonus. Each survival level reduces hunger rate by 2%, so there's a hunger mechanic in this game. Finally, I think we have the Brawler here. Banished from your hometown after one too many fights, you have nothing left but the shirt on your back. Your impetuousness may serve you well in an untamable world. The traits for a Brawler are burliness. He's a big guy. You get plus 20 maximum health and plus 20 maximum energy and slow movement. He has to catch us to hit us. Minus 20 movement speed. Select 3 physical traits. Your ability as a Brawler is Brawler's Audacity. Forget your past. The power is in your hands. Brace yourself and get ready for a brawl, getting plus 4 maximum damage for 15 turns. You can play a Fist of the North Star type character here. Starting items include 6 Feverfew Ale and starts with no weapons or armor. And there we go, the Knight. We're going to go ahead with a Mercenary. I think that's what we're going to choose for this playthrough. Let's go ahead and select this background. And we got to go ahead and pick our skills. We get, obviously, by default, Dreadheart, as we discussed earlier. And we got 2 minor skills. Let's go and invest them into Warupt. And I'm going to go ahead and read this for you folks. In Analia's Golden Age, the Warupt stood as unparalleled masters of melee. Their advanced techniques developed through relentless pursuit of perfection. Each Warupt level decreases the cost of melee and ranged abilities and gives a small damage boost. So obviously, us being a melee character, that would be great for ourselves. And then we have a whole bunch of different choices here. Botany, cooking, enchanting, survival, reading, alchemy, medicine, athletics, travel, and quartermastery. What would be a... It's a great question. What would be good for us here? Chanting, survival, reading, alchemy, medicine. I'm going to go with medicine. The medicine skill provides a means to treat wounds. Enhances your natural... The medicine skill provides a means to treat wounds and enhances your natural regeneration. Other bonuses like faster medicine application, increased healing for medicine, and new medicine recipes. Passive bonus. Each medicine level provides a small bonus to natural health regeneration, which for a melee character is really, really good. So I'm going to go with medicine. Rex says, alchemy or cooking sound good? Yeah, for a Witcher type character. Alright, we can select 2 combat traits and 1 physical trait. As you see here, we have base brutality, plus 2... You know what? Hold on one second, because let's go ahead and go through these things to figure out what they are. So, botany. Botany is your ability to identify and harvest mushrooms and flowers. Until identified, plants will appear dull and colorless and have a very low chance to harvest. Your passive bonus for botany increases the chance to harvest mushrooms, flowers, and bushes by 2%. Cooking represents your familiarization with combining raw food materials, turning them into more nutritious meals. The higher the cooking skill level allows you to learn more complex recipes. Each cooking level provides an increasing chance to create a superb version of any meal made with 3 or more ingredients. We already discussed Warupt. Enchanting reads represents your knowledge of magical enchantments. Usage of the skill allows you to place magical effects on weapons and armor. Increasing your enchanting level will unlock higher potency enchantments. Survival. Though hungry, wounded, and surrounded, the survivalist perseveres. Survival offers bonuses like trap detection and increased healing. Well, that actually sounds pretty good too, for that matter. Each survival level reduces hunger rate by 2%. Yeah, I'm tempted to pick up survival, maybe, instead of medicine. Let's continue reading. I'm drawn to it because of trap detection specifically. Reading allows you to study texts to gain knowledge of world lore, mysticism, and philosophy. Visit a study bench to initiate a study or to spend your knowledge on special bonuses. Each reading level increases wisdom gained from all sources by 1%. Alchemy. The alchemists of Analia have discovered ways to quickly heal wounds, recover energy, and even teleport short distances with a single swig of their powerful swills. Study hard, and you might do the same. Each alchemy level grants an increased chance to create a potent version of any potion or poison brewed. That does sound powerful, Rex. Athletics. The athlete always strives. Okay, we actually have read this already. We understand it gives them a small bonus to movement speed. Discuss travel. Quartermastery is something we haven't spoken about yet. A good quartermaster is well versed in the art of gear maintenance, modification, and loot organization. Offers bonuses like gear bolstering and armor weight reduction. Each quartermastery level increases maximum carry weight by 1. Rex says, oh, you gotta pick reading. Reading sounds amazing. It does sound pretty good. But I'm gonna go with survival. I think that's sort of like more in keeping with a mercenary. Oops, no, we don't. We want the war up. We're gonna switch out medicine for survival. I like trap detection there. Unless, of course, wait, that natural health regeneration is really good. I gotta stick with that, I think. Knowing how combat plays out a little bit in this game, you always want to be regenerating health. Well, let me yeah, traps can be very painful in this game. And we can heal through potions, I'm assuming, so maybe survival? I don't know. It's a tough call to make. We'll go with survival just for how thematic it is. And one thing to keep in mind is that you can grow in other skill areas over the course of your game. I'm not so sure, how you acquire new major skills or minor skills, but you do gain more skills over the course of play. Rex says, I'll stop back. Hey, Rex, no, I actually really enjoy people putting forward their opinions here. Don't feel like you're backseat gaming. I actually like the dialogue. I mean, I might not take your suggestion, but I think it's fun that you're getting involved. I don't blame anyone for getting involved when taking part in a stream and seeing what a content creator is doing and wanting to make suggestions. I absolutely don't mind. Don't mind that one bit whatsoever. All right, let's go with that. And let's take a look at our traits. So base brutality, +2 maximum damage on all weapons, crippling attacks, plus 15% chance, cripple chance, deadly precision, plus 12% critical damage. I like that. Highly lethal, plus 5% critical chance. I like that too. Weapons expert, plus 7% accuracy. Now we have our physical traits to choose from. Bulk fortitude, plus 10 maximum health. Deep breather, plus 15 maximum energy. Pack mule, plus 15 inventory storage. Regenerative tissue, plus 2% health recovery. Strong heart, plus 0.4 energy recovery. Thick skin, plus 30% bleed resistance and wound resistance. Okay. Regenerative tissue with medicine. I want that. I want all the health recovery bonuses I can stack on my character. So that's what we're going to do. All right. When we're happy with this, let's go ahead. Click next. And this is our character. So we have an improvised breastplate. Protection 1, physical resist. This looks kind of cool. We get 68 gold, a bandage, 2 bread, bone broth. Let's read through this. So, precious money, bandages, a clean strip of cloth used to bind and protect wounds, removes up to 2 bleed wounds, and 160 use time. I don't know what that means. We got bread, cooked food, hearty whole wheat loaf, a little stale but filling nonetheless. It gives plus 0.35 health recovery for 50 turns and plus 0.75 energy recovery for 50 turns. So you end up eating a lot of food in this game. Bone broth, it's a potion. This foul-smelling concoction is said to harden the drinker's bones, giving them a slight edge in combat. Instant use, plus 10% physical resist for 60 turns, and plus 30% cripple resist for 60 turns. Excellent for a jam. Our starting equipment is a rusted greatsword. Chipped, heavy, and unbalanced, but hey, a sword's a sword. Does 12 to 19 damage, has an attack speed of 70, plus 15% bleed chance, plus 5% critical chance, which stacks nicely with our critical bonus there. Critical chance bonus. We got an improvised breastplate, 2 sheets of metal tied back to front. Not the best looking piece of armor, but it could well save your life. Gives protection of 1 and physical resist of 14%, and gives plus 6% cripple resist and minus 3% dodge chance. Also deducts from our maximum energy. You get padded gloves. Tattered looking, but they'll keep your hands warm and protected. It gives us a physical resist of 5% and a plus 4% dodge chance. We also get cotton leggings. These basic leggings are made of soft, lightweight cotton fabric, providing minimal protection against physical attacks. Gives us a physical resist of 2%. And finally, we got padded boots. These boots may have been resoled and modified, but they still smell like old cheese. Yummy. You get a physical resist of 4%, plus 4% dodge chance. And now we could roll for our appearance. Now, one thing that I would like to see in a future update, Juki, if you're listening, is the ability once you get to the screen to kind of customize your appearance and not have to re-roll for it. Because I actually do like my equipment loadout here. I want to keep that. But I wouldn't mind the chance to tweak my character's appearance. So that comes in through a future update. I think a lot of players would be pleased. But we're going to go ahead and stick with this appearance. I'm going to click next. Oh, also, gear is, it reflects on your character as you pick up new items over time. Armor and weapons, which is a great little touch they've added to this game. All right, we're going to enter our name. We're going to call ourselves Wyvern. Your experiences with the Dreadwolves prepared you for warfare as a mercenary. Though this rigorous training left you scarred in more ways than one, your wits on the battlefield remain sharp as ever. Our traits are combat wounds, deadly precision, highly lethal, and regenerative tissue. We got a major skill in Dreadheart, minor skill in Warupt, and a minor skill in Medicine. Let's start. Alright, getting started. You've fallen through the ceiling into an ancient temple. Start by looking for more supplies. Click to move, open doors, or loot objects. So this is where we ended up. We've fallen through a hole in the ceiling. We got our inventory here. We got our masteries. Let's take a look at this. Blades. Bladed weapons are some of the most common types found in the realm, relying on slashing and stabbing attacks to pierce armor and causing bleeding wounds. And we have passives, unique passives, and abilities all attached to this weapon mastery. Let's take a look at them. Blade focus. Your mind distracts you. Clear it. Now, feel the way of the blade in your hand. The edge against your skin, that is your focus. All experience gained with bladed weapons is increased by 5%. And you obviously have 5 levels there. Blade specialist. Some grunt and heave as they try to wield their weapon. I dance with mine. Reduces the energy cost of all melee abilities by 5%. So melee energy is basically like your version of mana in this game. Energy consumes. You consume energy by using activated abilities. Decisive edge. One decisive strike is all it takes to leave your mark. Gain plus 5% bleed chance while using bladed weapons. 5 levels there. Our unique passives. Zero hesitation. It's a passive ability. That moment of hesitation, the time it takes to think, to plan, to strike, is the moment you die. Killing an enemy with a bladed weapon instantly recovers 10 energy, increases your movement speed by 10 for 3 turns, and it's stackable. Oh, that's fantastic. You got Manslayer. I remember their faces. Their deaths were too alike, their strikes too predictable. Gain plus 10% damage against humans while using bladed weapons. Usually I don't like racially connected passives, given the variety of enemies you usually face in a computer role-playing game like this. Let's take a look at our abilities here. Rex says the ambient music is really nice. I agree. Again, I think one reason why I decided to sort of support the developer here is just the care that he's clearly put into the development of this game. From everything from, the tarot cards for your character backgrounds to the music that is currently available in early access. Juki says, I hear you. I appreciate that, Juki. And Juki says the music is made by Fogheart. Oh, very cool. Let's see if I can find Fogheart here. I'm going to do a quick search for Fogheart. Doors of Trithius. Let's see if we can track this composer down. Let me go ahead and make sure that, let's see what we got here. Do I have his channel? Huh. Alright. Well, I'm not so sure if this is his channel per se, but, boom. There you go. Shadow Dragon says, I'll be back later. Have fun, DM and adventurers. Rex, should be fun. Yes, returning to Rogue Trader next Wednesday. Alright, so we have Arcing Blade, an activated ability. When faced with multiple opponents, one must be decisive. A single stroke can change the tide of battle. Perform an attack on all adjacent foes with plus 10% critical chance. Ooh, that is good for me. Anything that gives me bonuses to my critical chance is something that I want for this character. We got Debilitating Slash. Most dangerous are not the ones with the sharpest claws, but those that undermine their foe's will to fight. Perform an attack with a minus 30% damage. Causes debilitation for 3 turns, reducing foe accuracy and critical chance by 25%. Really good, I think, when you're facing off against a boss character and you want to avoid getting hit by them. You get Fancy Footwork as a stance ability. Every parry, every counter, every movement is another step in my dance. Enter stance with 7 turns duration, gaining plus 12% dodge chance and plus 20 movement speed. Successfully dodging the attack extends the duration by 1 turn. Okay. And then we have swords. A perfect balance of speed and power. Swords have become the iconic weapon of knights and professional warriors everywhere. Sword Finesse. Your training guides you higher. Your strength follows. Each sword's level grants plus 1% damage to all attacks with swords. That's really good. I like that. Sword Precision. Strike with precision and receive rewards befitting a master. Gain plus 3 accuracy while using swords. Also really good for us. Sword Swiftness. When the moment calls for it, my blade seems to move on its own. Gain plus 5 attack speed while using swords. Also, you got 5 levels to invest in for that. That goes through the basic passives for swords. We have the following unique passives. First Strike. The first strike is always the hardest and most rewarding. Gain plus 10 minimum and maximum damage against full health opponents. Very cool. Sparring Security. Soon you will have no weaknesses. Until then, protect the ones you have. Increases crit resist by plus 20% while wielding a sword. It's a good defensive ability. Disarming Strikes. What is the point of a sword if not to disarm your opponent? Whenever you hit an opponent, they lose 10% accuracy on their next attack. Whenever you crit an opponent, this bonus is doubled. That's good for us. We get the following abilities. These are activated abilities, sorry. Duelist Advance. You have learned the first lesson, Advance. The rest will come in time. Advance tile in any direction. For the next 3 turns, gain plus 30% dodge, plus 10% accuracy, and plus 10% crit chance. That's really good. I like that. Okay. Coup de grace. There's no shame in a killing blow. The only shame is in failing to deliver it. Perform a precise strike with 100% accuracy and 100% critical chance. If this attack kills its target, the cooldown is reduced by 6 turns and gain 10 energy. It has a 7-turn cooldown, so you can quickly strike down a whole bunch of opponents using Coup de grace. Piercing skewer. Most people only see what's in front of them. My reach is much longer. Skewer through an adjacent enemy and a target directly behind it with plus 25% armor penetration. Skewered enemies are immobilized for 2 turns. Requires a sword-type weapon. Counter-strike. The student stops at his own blade. The master expands to fill the world. Study your surrounding opponents, preparing a counter to their next attack. If a countered enemy would deal damage to you, the damage of their attack is dealt to them to themselves instead. Counter damage is dealt as true damage and cannot be dodged or blocked by armor. Cool. Requires a sword-type weapon, 11 turn cooldown, 25 energy. And then we have Sword Master. I remember the beginning. I was clumsy, unsure, but with each stroke I became faster, more accurate, more deadly. While active, all sword attacks gain a plus 30 attack speed. It has a 4 turn cooldown and 5 energy per attack. Alright, then we got our skills. Dreadheart. Oh, cool. I hadn't seen this before. The Dreadheart are the most feared and respected warriors in the Dreadwolves, embodying the clan's primal and brutal tactics. So we're currently level 5 out of 20, and we have 5 focus points. Let's take a look at this. Dreadheart experience. Total XP 329. Next level 475. XP rate 125%. Plus 25% from investment. I don't know what that means exactly. Max level 25. Plus 15 base. Plus 10 from investment. Maybe it's because it's a major skill. Skill investment. Okay, there we go. Investment is the total number of skill points you've assigned to a skill after it's been unlocked. Each level of investment gives plus 5% skill XP gain and plus 2 level cap. There you go. That's why we have an upper limit of level 25 here. And then let's take a look at the 2 skills we can unlock here. We can unlock Wild Roar for 3 focus points, and it has the following activated ability. Let out a howl, terrifying nearby enemies. Enemies within a 4-tile range are immobilized for up to 8 turns and gain a terror mark. When attacked, the terror mark is consumed, ending the immobilization, dealing 5 true damage and healing you for 5 health and 5 energy, and reducing the cooldown of Wild Roar by 10. Excellent for taking on several enemies at once. We got Predatory Leap. Lunge to and attack a target within 3 tiles, with plus 50% accuracy and plus 15% lifesteal. The energy cost is equal to your current health percentage. This cost is not reduced by energy reduction bonuses. It has a 1-turn cooldown and consumes 100 energy. And we're going to leave Medicine and War up for the time being because I do want to kind of move on with my playthrough here. We can take a look at our stats. So we have an offensive of 75%. Modifies chance for any attack to hit an enemy. Accuracy values over 100% will directly counteract enemy dodge rating. You have an attack speed of 70. Every action you take passes time, giving each entity in the world that much time to act. The amount of game time passed when you're attacking is equal to 200 minus your attack speed. Okay. Maximum damage. The highest amount of damage your equipped weapon can deal with a basic non-critical hit. So 19. It's a damage modifier of all attacks, scales of the weapon, and ability damage. Okay. Minimum damage. The lowest amount of damage that will be dealt to an unprotected enemy with a basic attack using your equipped weapon. And attack range. The maximum number of tiles at which normal attacks can be performed. Okay. Defense. Dodge chance of 50%. The chance to avoid any incoming attack, negating all direct damage directly opposes enemy accuracy. Maximum health. An increase to your maximum hit point value. And a protection of 1. Each point of protection mitigates a point of damage from all incoming attacks. We have the following resistances. Physical resist. Percent of physical damage reduced from incoming attacks after taking into account protection. Note that attacks with armor penetration will directly counteract physical resist. So we get 25% for our equipment. We get fire resist. The amount of damage reduced from incoming fire damage. Alright, so 25% of your physical resist is added as bonus fire resist. We get 6 fire resist, and I get that 0.25 from our armor. Thunder resist, percent of the damage reduced from incoming thunder damage. Decay resist, the percent of damage reduced from incoming decay damage. Hex resist, the percent of damage reduced from incoming hex damage. And ice resist, so once again it's 6. So we have no protection against thunder, decay, or hex. We get wounds. Bleed resist. Bladed weapons and certain traps can inflict bleed wounds. So we have 0 resistance against that. Blight resistance. Blight wounds can be inflicted by unsuccessfully harvesting or certain decay hexful. That's a really harsh penalty to failing a harvest check. Burn resistance, kind of self-explanatory. Poison resist. Poison wounds can be triggered by physical attacks, certain magic spells, or failed plant harvesting. Frostbite. Ice damage primarily from magic ice-based spells that can result in frostbite wounds. I wonder if eventually we can face the dangers of frostbite from environmental conditions. That would be kind of cool, depending upon where you are on the map. Cripple resist. Bludgeoning weapons, heavy attacks, as well as certain traps like falling rocks may cause crippling wounds. Okay. Warding. This is interesting. Magic warding. The percent chance to negate incoming magic-based negative status effects from enemies during combat. Does not apply to wounds. Mental warding. The percent chance to negate incoming mental-based negative status effects. And physical warding. The percent chance to negate incoming physical-based negative status effects. Temporary poisons, blindness, enemies during combat. Okay. Critical damage. We got a crit chance of 15%. 5 base, plus 5 from equipment, plus 5 from passive effects. And crit damage, 62%. I love that. Bonus damage dealt in a successful critical hit, plus 50% armor penetrations applied to all critical hits. We got a base bonus of 50%, plus 12 from deadly precisions for a total critical damage bonus of 62%. Vision. Reduces the level of darkness which may lower view distances. Equip a torch or lantern or use magic to increase light level. View distance. The number of tiles in all directions which may be revealed given sufficient lighting. That's kind of cool. We've got a carry weight. Movement speed. Health recovery. It's so cool. This is our character. Wyvern Mercenary. This is the year 1220, day 1, hour 1. Wisdom. Is slowly gained while completing actions such as crafting items or killing monsters. At 100% wisdom, you will level up and gain a skill point. Sleep in a bed to level up and spend skill points. So we have 0 wisdom currently. We have travel weirdness. Adventures, please join me in welcoming Odu Gaming. Hey, good to have you here. Seeker says 2996 says, I gotta go, but have fun. Thank you for being here, Seeker. As you travel the world map, weariness will increase. At 100% weariness, you will pass out and wake up somewhere nearby, with a random negative event occurring. Travel weariness is reduced by spending time in friendly towns, sleeping in a bed, or using special items and skills. Good to know. These are all our passive effects that we kind of have from... Oh, there we go, natural healing. Each medicine level gives plus 0.01 natural health regeneration. Excellent. Cool. We got 0 magic. That's us. Alright, let's go ahead, click that off, click off inventory, and take a look at quests. Do we have any quests? We have none selected. Do we have reputations? We do, actually. Verdant Guard, our reputation's a stranger. So we got safe passage, we get standard traders and town services, and we get small penalty to our haggling ability. We can rent from the inn, but we cannot buy a house. Stored wardens, same deal. Aradex, same deal. Juki, if you're listening, it would be great if we could get a tool tip to understand, get some information about the factions we have reputations with, whether positive or negative. Eventually. Take a look at options. Oh, there, escape. Way to turn to gather extra energy. This option remains available even during a stun. Way to turn. Way to turn to gather extra energy. Feed. Press to access the Quick Eat menu, allowing you to swiftly choose and consume food items without navigating the full inventory. That's good to know. Quaff. Open the Quick Potion menu, enabling immediate selection and use of potions and medicine. Press to access the Quick Medicine menu to quickly apply medical items without sifting through your inventory. Okay, that's really convenient to know. We got crafting. Salvage. Use the salvage window to see what you'd gain by salvaging your items. You'll have to visit a workbench to actually perform the salvage. Repair. Use the repair window to see the resources required to perform repairs. Once again, you'll have to visit a workbench to actually perform a repair. Recipes. Use the recipe window to see your known recipes. Juki says, what would the tooltip say? Probably just information about lore or flavor information about these factions, like who is the Verdant Guard or Storm Wardens or Auridax. Could even be procedurally generated to a certain extent. Alright, that goes to the crafting menu. We have the enchantments window to see your known enchantments. To craft the enchantments require an enchantment table. Okay, I think we're finally ready to push on, so let's go and take our first steps into our world. Also, let's throw down a save. Game saved. Alright, so you can't actually have individual saves, I guess. You just have that one save. Kind of true to roguelike fashion. So every step consumes time in the world, and we have our first little Dezen here. We have a junior iguana. Feisty little fellows, known to carry fruit. It's a level 2 opponent, and it's tough. High health compared to other creatures of its level. Okay. It hasn't seen us yet. Now it has. And that exclamation mark indicates that it's discovered us. And now we can get an attack. It can attack us twice. It's quicker than us. Scored another good hit on it. 16 damage. And there it goes. And then we got combat. You found an enemy. Click to attack. If you're out of range, your cursor will appear gray and you will instead move towards your target. Remember, combat is turn-based. You can take as much time as you need between actions. Okay, let's go pick it up. We have a cabbage here. Juki says every time you save, it generates a new save file. Okay, got you. Cabbage is a raw food, typical cabbage head, no doubt from a local farm. Bland, cheap, and plentiful. It gives us plus 3% health recovery for 24 turns and plus 1% energy recovery for 24 turns. So we'll just pick that up. We can't search the remains any further. There's a way of seeing... there we go. So this is world and experience. It's telling us what experience we're getting as we play the game. So we got the following experience for swords and wisdom for having dealt damage with swords and blades too, for that matter. And we got the following wisdom for defeating this junior iguana. Is there any plans at some point, Juki, for setting up a combat log as well, in addition to world and XP? I love a combat log. Odu Gaming saying this is on Steam. This is available on Steam, Odu Gaming. Let me go ahead and grab the link. If you like what you're seeing here, I'd highly suggest you go ahead and check out the Doors of Trithius yourself. It's shaping up to be a great game, and I certainly look forward to kind of getting an early understanding of this CRPG sandbox. There you go. There's a link to the Doors of Trithius in the live stream chat. Open this next door here. We have a container that we can take a look at. That's a tomato. The super vegetable, or was it super fruit? Plus 0.5 health recovery for 15 turns, plus 1 energy recovery for 15 turns. Juki says check the settings. Alright, so let's go ahead and check the settings. Options. We got the following modes here. Oh, we can do full screen. Let's go ahead and apply that right away. We got the debug mode, disable tutorial, fast start, performance log, game speed. Enable combat log. Ooh, this sounds really good. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and apply all these settings. Show combat details in the text log. Show details of the weapons used by both the player and enemy units in the text log. Sounds good. Show XP gain. Alright, off we go. Thank you for that. And then if we go here, I'm not seeing access to the combat log just yet, but I'm assuming when we enter the next fight, we'll see it take place. We have a vine snake here. Poisonous and highly accurate. Harmless if left to slept. It has high armor penetration and a poison chance. Chance to inflict a poison wound on every attack. Let's go ahead and... oh, we got a couple of snakes there. Let's avoid them if we can. We don't need to fight everything we run across. Alright, we got more of these iguanas. We inflicted bleed on it. So, let's see. World. There we go. You attacked using a great sword, hitting the junior iguana for 10. Okay. Junior iguana attacked you using its tail, but missed. Would be great if we could see the the roll results here in the combat log at some point in the future. There we go. Uh-oh. This is not good. We've been ganged up on by these two things. Down one goes. We're still doing pretty good on our health, so let's go ahead and continue attacking this junior iguana. Good hit, 16 damage, 14 damage, and down it goes. And it left behind a pouch. Iguana tail. A leathery tail covered in a row of spines detached from its owner. It may serve as a useful crafting ingredient. We'll pick that up. And be careful not to wake up those snakes. We've got a bandage here. A clean strip of cloth used to bind and protect wounds. Removes up to 2 bleed wounds. Okay. Loot that. That's good. Get some statues here. Iron arrows. Wood-shafted arrows with sharp metal tips. Ammunition for bow weapons. Okay, we'll pick that up. Not really a bow user, but we can maybe sell that later on. We got a chest here. Mutton morsels recipe. Add this recipe to your recipe book. We'll grab that. We got 2 bandages and a parrying dagger. Blunt-bladed dagger with a curved hilt designed for deflecting incoming blows. Plus 2 maximum damage, plus 5% bleed chance, plus 2% dodge chance. Good for a character that relies on mobility and dodge chance. We got an antidote. Homebrewed remedy for various venoms and toxins. Remove all poison wounds. We'll happily grab that. And a potion. An unidentified potion. I wonder what it does. We'll pick that up too. Let's go ahead and drop a save. And let's see. Return to game. There we go. Okay, now that we have something that can cure poison, let's go ahead and take on these snakes. One's woken up. And down it went. Oil. A thick multi-purpose flammable liquid used in cooking and crafting. You drink from the fountain, nothing interesting happens, okay? If I could have a suggestion for you, Juki, I would actually start the game for most players with the combat log enabled. Down goes the snake. We got gold. Precious money. We're happy with that. Empty barrel. Really cool that we have someone from the team, from the Doors of Trithius team, on the stream with us, adventurers. Alright, another snake. We missed. Hit us for 5. A hit for 22 puts it down. We got a bed here, which we could use, but we're going to leave that alone for the time being. Right-click to inspect. Right-click to see any creature. Right-click any creature to see details. The inspection pop-up shows our level and a list of traits. Traits are unique attributes and are displayed as small icons. You can hover your mouse over the trait icons to see more info. Adventurers, please join me in welcoming our great friend, Knight of the Banhammer, Gabriel Rodriguez, joining us all the way out there in beautiful Brazil. Good to have you here, Gabriel. We're checking out the Doors of Trithius. YMDK saying snake oil. Rex says, you're famous, DM. No, I'm not famous. I just shared news about my stream on the Doors of Trithius Discord. I think that's why Juki was able to join us this for this session. Rex says, this game is very cool. Juki, good work. I agree. Yeah, it's a cool game. I think it's got a lot of potential in front of it. 20 damage. That little thing put us through its paces. So as you can see, we've been damaged. And I'm currently going ahead and hitting the spacebar here. And we're slowly recovering our health. So let's go ahead and do that. I'd like to save my food consumables. Oh, what's this mean? Hungry, okay. You are hungry and will not naturally regenerate health until you've eaten. Okay, so we do need to go ahead and eat something. So let's go ahead and press F. Oops, I'm not pressing F. There's F. And it brings up our food menu here. Let's go ahead and eat a cabbage. That's going to take care of our hunger and allow us to heal. Let's go ahead and take on this door. It's locked. I'm unsure of how to deal with locked doors. I wonder if there's a skill like lock picking or keys that you can eventually pick up as you explore a dungeon that will allow you to get through those locked doors. Juki says, but then we would have missed seeing you so happy finding out about it. The developers obviously have an ironic sense of humor to them. Alright, we got a bunch of things in here. We have some Ratus, not particularly dangerous, but hard to hit. They're quick, they have a high dodge chance. They have high armor penetration, they have a bleed chance. That's kind of nasty. Let's go ahead and skip time. Get in the hit against that junior iguana. We got a focus point. But before we can check that out, we can take a look at the focus point here. You've gained a swords level. Click the masteries in the bottom menu to spend your focus points. All skills gain focus points on level up, which are used to unlock new abilities, passives, or recipes. So let's go take a look at our masteries here. So we have a point in swords. Ooh, let's see. This requires 2 focus points, and we have 2 focus points. First strike passive ability. I kind of really like doing a whole lot more damage against these things, but you know what? Being able to hit something is very valuable, so let's go ahead and invest in sword position. Gain plus 3% accuracy while using swords. Unlock. There we go. Can I invest another point there? So we got plus 9% accuracy while using swords. We're happy with that. Alright, let's put that away. Take a swing against that mouse. That Ratus. Excellent. You can see already it's really proving helpful to us. Let that rat come to us. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that increased accuracy just by investing a couple of focus points there. YMDK says, as far as my playing experience goes, all locked doors are quest related. Aha. Thank you for letting us know, YMDK, and welcome to the Wyvern's Lair. Adventurers, please join me in wishing a Wyvern's Lair welcome to our newly arrived adventurers, Juki and YMDK. Oil, we'll pick that up. We got flour, whole grain flour ready to bake, inedible on its own, so it's not a consumable food recipe, but we do have a bread recipe here. Add this recipe to your recipe book. We have a meat cleaver. A knife with a fat blade for chopping. Turn your foes into meat. 9 to 12 damage, attack speed of 110, and a plus 20% bleed chance. Probably going to go ahead and sell that off. Now, let's take a look at crafting and recipes. Let's see. We probably might need to unlock recipes from the skills menu. Okay, let's take a look at our inventory and see if we can make use of this. Okay. Requires the cooking skill to be unlocked, so we actually can't make use of it at the moment. But we have a cooking station here, so if we had skills, a skill point in cooking. Oh, look at that. Cooking skill discovered. You discovered the cooking skill. To use the skill, you'll need to first unlock it. This can be done by earning wisdom and leveling up. Check the skills pane to see your discovered skills. So if we go over here to our skills pane, we have one discovered skill, which is cooking. These skills have been discovered but cannot gain experience or be used until a skill point is spent unlocking them. Okay. Rex says, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more computer role-playing game content. Maybe we can get DM to 1,000 subs. We can convince him to do a face reveal. We got bread. Let's grab that too. Gosh damn it, Juki. This game, already in early access, is just so playable. Is this the kind of game you might enjoy playing yourself, Rex? It's a staircase leading further down in this dungeon, this ruined temple that we found ourselves in. Let's go ahead. I like opening all these doors. I don't know. There's something about me, the completionist in me, that has me wanting to open all these doors here. So that door is locked. We can't get through it. What about up here? Okay, that's as far as we can go. So it's down the stairs we go. Rex says possibly yes. Cool. Alright. We are now down one dungeon level, and immediately we find ourselves facing off against a junior iguana. You level up. You now have, you're now level 2 in blades. You have 2 unspent blade focus points. Alright, down goes the junior iguana. Let's go ahead and invest that skill right away too. So once again, all experience gained with bladed weapons increases by 5%. Reduces the energy cost of all melee abilities by 5%. And plus 5% bleed chance while using bladed weapons. Arcing Blade. Has 3 levels to invest in there. What do we want? Has an 8-turn cooldown. But I do like the idea of being able to hit multiple opponents at once, because there will be times not so far along in this playthrough when we will likely be facing off against multiple opponents. Oh, but bleed chance too, that's also good. I kind of drawn to anything that improves our critical weapon chance. Let's go ahead and invest in Arcing Blade. I don't really have anything for crowds. And that's it. Okay. But we have our first activatable here, Arcing Blade. Tempting to invest in Blade Focus. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to max out Arcing Blade and then invest into Bleed Chance, I think. Yep. That's the plan. Rex says, I don't have as many subs as DM, but I could be convinced to stream on my channel. Hey, Rex, that would be exciting, honestly. I think that's what your channel is missing. You're doing some great guides for Baldur's Gate, but I think we want to see a little bit more of Philosopher's Rex, you know, every once in a while when you have the time to stream. Philosopher's Rex has a busy personal life and professional life, but maybe we can convince Rex to make more of an appearance on his channel from time to time. I appreciate everyone who's tuning in for this exploration of the Doors of Trithius. We're facing off against something new, a centipede. A nuisance more than anything else, these pests will keep attacking until they're destroyed. They have a quick attack speed, they move very fast, and they have a bleed chance. Okay. Alright. We're now level 2, and we get raw insect meat. Ew, disgusting. Gives plus 3 health recovery for 20 turns, plus 3 energy recovery for 20 turns, and a minus 10% critical chance for 20 turns. So a little bit of a malice there. Okay, let's keep on moving down. We got a rat. Easily taken care of. Another iguana. Down it went really easily. We got another cabbage here we can pick up. We got a bit of a train, so I want to cut them off. Yeah, there we go. We create a little chokehold here so we can't be surrounded. Doing good on health. Got an apple here, we'll pick that up too. Another centipede that we stumbled across. And down it goes. Another bit of raw insect meat. Yum, yum, yum for our tongue. Oh, cool, we can scroll down and actually can, you know, scroll out like this. Let's go ahead and head to this bed here. Let's go ahead and get a deep sleep in. Enter a deep sleep where you will have a dream, allowing to spend your skill points and level up. And this is another thing that I do like about the Doors of Trithius, is that there seems to be a story to your playthrough that is often kind of absent from a lot of roguelikes that are out there. It kind of directs your play. You fall asleep. You dream that you're in a forest and you can hear a noise up ahead. You investigate and find a small, furry creature cowering in a tree. It looks at you with big, pleading eyes, and you realize that it is a baby fox. You take it home with you and care for it. And I wonder if these dream texts that you receive as a player changes is basically, I wonder if that's also part of the procedural experience where on each playthrough it may be different for you. That I'm not too sure about. Since your last stream, you gained 35 wisdom from slaying monsters. In total, you've accumulated 1 skill point. I also like how it kind of recaps how you leveled up there. Okay, so we can assign 1 skill point. Let's go ahead and assign it to Dreadheart. Each Dreadheart level increases your lifesteal by 0.5%. So let's go ahead and invest that there. And this requires focus points, and we have 5 actually, so we can go ahead and invest this. I really like the idea of predatory leap. Lunge to attack a target within 3 tiles, plus 50% accuracy and plus 50% lifesteal. Let's go ahead and get that. I kind of like that to begin with. Unlock for 3 focus points. Maybe we don't have focus points? Maybe we... This is the existing number of focus points we have? Okay, that's a skill point. It's not clear to me whether I have 5 focus points available. It doesn't seem like I do. So I can't unlock these things. So let's go ahead and... Wolf's Hunger. Oh, I understand why. So these are actually sort of the top tier abilities for Dreadheart. Wild Roar and Predatory Leap are kind of like, at the far end of the skill tree. We're actually down here at Wolf's Hunger. So for each level of Dreadheart, gain an additional 0.5% lifesteal when your health is below 50%. So it's actually tied to your health. Okay, that's good to know. And we have the following abilities that we can unlock. We have Dogged Resolve. When the going gets tough, you get tougher. When you are attacked, you may gain the Dogged Resolve status effect for 5 turns. The probability of triggering the effect depends on your missing health percentage, with an increased chance of 0.20% for every 1% of missing health. This is like a tank, a ability to make you a little bit more tanky. While active Dogged Resolve provides a plus 10% physical resist. Dogged Resolve does not stack, but its duration will reset upon reactivation. We've got Vicious Sustain. The very essence of battle sustained him, but to what end? Gain plus 1% lifesteal. Okay, that's attractive to me. Battle Trance. The Dreadwolves fought with an intensity that cannot be tamed. Enter a stance with a 10-turn duration. When activating a stance, gain 0.5% increased damage for each 1% of missing health. Interesting. So a lot of your abilities as a Dreadheart are tied to, missing health. So the more damage you've sustained, the deadlier you become with some of these abilities. Killing an enemy extends the stance by 3 turns. I like it. This is kind of I like a high risk, high reward playstyle. Let's go ahead and invest into Vicious Sustain. Unlocks. Okay. Again, maybe I don't have the focus points. Gabriel says, Outwards is on sale. I wonder if that's a good game. If I recall correctly, Lily talked about it before. Gabriel, yeah, I've heard Outwards a real joy to play. Adventurers, please join me in welcoming Drake of the Wyvern's Lair, our good friend Thaywiz Guar, saying, I didn't realize you have a channel, Rex. Just subbed. Thank you for the sub. Thaywiz, Adventurers, please join me in welcoming Thaywiz to the stream. Juki says, dreams are different. Gotcha. There you go. So you get a different dream text with each playthrough, which is great to hear. Rex says, I love lifesteal builds in games where you don't have a party. Exactly. So this is sort of like one of the reasons why I chose to choose the Mercenaries as my starting background here. So do I actually have to collect focus points to invest in these abilities, these Dreadheart abilities, Juki? Because it says I have 5 focus points, but it doesn't look like I have any to invest, or at least I don't know how to invest them. Anyway, we'll continue. Maybe we go to Masteries. Nope, not there. Character. Skills. Maybe we can invest here. There we go. So we can actually make that investment when we get off the character level up screen. Let's go ahead and invest into Vicious Sustain. Excellent. Plus 5% lifesteal. That's a nice little bonus for ourselves. We actually have 1 focus point still available to us. Go ahead and invest in Battle Trance next. There we go. racking up the abilities here. Level up. You gain enough wisdom to reach a new level. Sleep in a bed to meditate on what you've learned and level up. Okay, there we go. Progress. YMDK says, can't unlock on level up screen. Continue. Okay, gotcha. Off we go. 15 people watching Adventures. Thank you all for showing up. Alright, let's take a look at this room. This barrel's empty. Juki, I absolutely love the environmental art for this game. Okay, we're facing off against 2 of these iguanas. I have an idea. So we're going to take them on both at once. That's a miss. Now we're going to trigger Arcing Blade. Yes, look at that. That's fantastic. Okay, let's, can we move one? Can we, okay, we can't. There we go. That's what I want to do. And 1 iguana died from the bleed alone. That's amazing. That worked out perfectly. That worked out perfectly. Arcing Blade. And our sword's ability to proc a bleed turned out great in that combat. Okay, we got a centipede. Down it went. Bleed resisted. Excellent. Let's go ahead and close that. Iguana spotted us. Let it come to us. Down it goes. We'll pick up the apple. Down goes the rat. We got wood and cloth. A link to musty smelling wood, the universal material for building or burning. And we got cloth. A bolt of cloth salvaged from equipment or decor. Has many uses for crafting. Pick that up too. YMDK says, could use keyboard controls to move. Convenient to move one space up. Alright, let's see if we can get this going. So it doesn't seem like I can use keyboard controls to move. At least not that I can see here. I'm using the numpad, I'm using AWSD, and the arrow controls here. Is that in the plans to make available to players at some point, Juki? Take a look at this. A workbench. You know what? Recipes unlocked. We can make a torch. Wood, cloth, and oil to make 1 torch. Yeah, let's go ahead and craft that. Torch added to inventory. Excellent. Survival skill discovered. We got gold, and we got raw eggs. A raw egg still warm to the touch. Chance to apply poison if we eat it raw. Gives +3 health recovery 25 turns, +1 energy recovery for 25 turns. Got some gold. An onion. Not the tastiest raw vegetable available, but adds great flavor when fried up in a dish. +0.3 health recovery for 20 turns, and +1 energy recovery for 20 turns. Grab that as well. Cabbage. We'll grab the cabbage. Ah, there we go. Juki says settings. Tiny little bits of fungi needed to make baking goods rise. Options. Movement. Force move. Should movement be stopped? On sight, stop enemy enemies. On attack. Any attack. I like that. Normal movement. Winch. There we go. That looks good. I like that. Let's go to general controls maybe. Okay. Keyboard movement only. I don't really want keyboard. Let's see. Huh. Okay, let's go through this slowly. So for movement, disable mouse movement and hide the player path overlay. The mouse can still be used for other actions such as attacking or looting. And we have actions, keyboard, user interface, camera movement, hotbar. Okay. Would be fantastic if you could have a mixture of mouse and keyboard movement at some point in the future. Apply. Lightwiz says, I just wishlisted Follow the Doors of Trithius in Steam. I really love the concept sketches. Yes, I agree. I think that's one reason. Big shout out to developers for choosing a great sort of art style for their illustrations featured in this game. Again, I love the care that's been put into the Doors of Trithius so far. Yeah, I wouldn't want to disable mouse movement. I'd want to have the ability to use both keyboard and mouse alternatively as needed. Okay, so let's go ahead and move down this way. Oh, hey, look at that. Bad vine snake. Okay. And let's now go over here. I love the ability to zoom out here and sort of just create a little path to where we want to go. Juki says you can. Ah, okay. So maybe I got to take another look at the settings here. So let's take a look. Text logs, movement. Okay. Let me make sure that I got some of this stuff. Yeah, that all looks good. Alright. So numpad doesn't seem to work. Juki says it's numpad on default. You can change it to WASD if you wanted. Okay. For some reason, when I click on the numpad, all I do is have the camera sort of move up and down. Let's go to options, controls. Let's trigger keyboard movement only, and see if that will work. Yeah, that's weird. That's so weird. I don't know what's going on, but for some reason, yeah, it has to be something. I'll double check that. Maybe it could be an early access bug of some sort. That's what I'm guessing. I'll investigate it further. It could be just unique to the way I started the game. I'm not so sure what's going on. We do have one unopened box here with some oil, so we'll get that. And I don't think we've seen all this that room has to offer. Let's move over this way now. Rex is going to step away from my desktop for a while. Sounds good, Rex. Yeah, thank you for being here, Juki, and taking questions and helping us understand this game a little better. We got some gold, we got some iron arrows here. We'll pick that up. Let's go ahead and drink from this fountain. You drink from the fountain, nothing interesting happens. Maybe some of these fountains can give unique bonuses or negative effects depending upon what you do here. So we have another set of stairs here. Let's go ahead and take those stairs. I think we've explored as much of this level as we can. Got a door here. We got a hunger sign, so let's go ahead and feed. Let's go ahead and eat a cabbage. And that should take care of our hunger. And let's try these doors. Aha. Got these automatons to take care of. Let's take a look at these things. These are null defenders. They're a level 3 creature, and it's badly wounded. So it actually can give you a sense of the total health of your opponent if you inspect them. Soulless automatons. Their creator's gone. They carry out their duty nonetheless. They have a bleed chance, and they have bloodless, immune to poison and bleed wounds. So my sword here won't be as effective against them. Bleed resisted, as you saw. 24 damage. Down goes the automaton. Another automaton here. I like the way they draw their blade like that. Bleed resisted. They have crystal dust. A pile of glittering dust, all that remains of a broken crystal. It still retains some of its power. We have null clay, a material, clay-like substance with magical properties. It is said to be the key to creating magical constructs known as nulls. I am wondering if that is actually something a player can do with the right skill to create their own golems. Rex says, very cool game, Juki. I'll be sure to check it out. Hey, look at that. This is something I haven't seen before. A biting spider. Their venom is potent and their bites can be deadly. Penetrating attacks and a poison chance. Yikes. That sounds a little terrifying. It's seen me. 12 damage. It's badly wounded. Down it goes, giving me spider silk. An extremely strong and sticky fiber painstakingly harvested from a spider. Okay, let's take a look at the chest here. 24 gold, a peasant pot recipe. 4 iron bolts, a bandage, and a parrying dagger. Grab all that stuff. Let's take a look at what we have here. Oh, interesting. We can damage this thing. And down it goes. Spider egg dies. We can't search it. Okay. I wonder what would have happened if we let that spider egg be. Maybe it would have produced another spider. Alright, we are now level 3 with swords. Let's go to our masteries, swords, and continue to invest in accuracy. There we go. Down goes the automaton. So, Juki, can I ask what's your involvement in the development of Doors of Trithius? You mentioned that you're working very closely with the creator of this very cool game. Got null clay, gold, a trap here. Now, I don't want to step in that trap. I wonder if there's a way a player can disable traps. We got some iron arrows. Ooh, improvised breastplate and a cotton shirt. We'll grab that. We can probably sell it off later in our adventure. We got slowly kind of getting encumbered here. We got an iguana tail, gold and iron bolts, kind of a mannequin here. What do we have here? Cannot use that while enemies are nearby. And now it's seen me. Let's wait for this thing to come forwards. So, down it goes. We got some null clay off it. And now we can interact with it. Brewing station. Alright. So we can't... Oh, alchemy skills discovered. We still can't use it. Juki says, I do everything. Ah. Put some damage on the iguana. It's good to have an everything person on a team, that's for sure. Hey, and special shout out to the trailer that you guys produced recently. I really enjoyed that. All right, let's go ahead and use arcing ability. Oh wow! You attack using arcing blade, hitting simpleton for 13, and we got lifesteal. We got worker gloves. It's broken, and a peasant cap. Worn condition item may soon become damaged. So let's read this. Basic cloth hand wraps for workers in the field, more for comfort than protection. Physical resist 3%, accuracy 4%. It's broken beyond use, so we can't use it. We got a peasant cap here. An old-fashioned leather peasant hat made to keep mud and rain off. Might even soften an otherwise fatal blow to the head. Physical resist to 4%, plus 2% dodge chance, and it has a worn condition. Item may soon become damaged. Let's go ahead and grab all that stuff. And let's go ahead and equip the peasant caps. I don't believe we're wearing anything. And worker gloves we can't wear. YMDK says, yep, generate spiders, referring to the spider eggs. Good, I'm glad that I took the time to attack it in that case. Alright, nothing appears to be here. We got a study bench. Knowledge. Spend your knowledge to unlock bonuses. The Adventurer. Castle design. The main stairs in the castle are always revealed. Gold looter. Gold is more commonly found in chests. Cave explorer. Plus 10% movement speed in caves. Plus 1 light in caves. Plus 1 trap detection in caves. And mountaineer. Plus 10%. Plus 10 movement speed in mountains. Plus 0.25 natural health regeneration while in mountains. Woodland strider. Interesting. So you can specialize depending upon, you know, which environments you really enjoy adventuring in. Give yourself an ability to reveal the main stairs, and of course more gold. The Sage. Heal 1 hit point whenever you cast a magic ability. Stance endurance. All stances last 1 turn longer. Artisan's wisdom. Plus 25% wisdom gained when crafting, cooking, or brewing an item. Self mastery. Plus 0.5 energy per turn. That's interesting. Unlocked for 4 mysticism and 4 philosophy. Unlocked with 8 philosophy. Stoic perspective, plus 5% physical resist, stun resist, wound resist, and physical warding. And bodily sutra, passive ability, plus 20% physical warding. Very cool. Reading skill discovered. Bug infestation. A formal document discussing a temple bug infestation. Click to read. Visit a study bench to study. Studying requires 5 reading. Okay, we'll read that. Crushing Victories of Eponius II. A collection of historical manuscripts describing the feats of the great general Eponius II. Studying requires 8 reading or 8 bludgeoning. Okay. We got Ready Rusty Tin Whistle. Once cherished for its melodies in the kingdom's inns, now silent amidst the chaos. Pick that up. See if we can study any of these things. Let's see. I don't think we can read this. Let's try. Requires 5 reading to study. So yes, we can't read those books just yet. Oh, didn't realize we could search this. Okay. We got a null defender here in the room. So wait for it to come to us. It's inflicted bleed on us. Becomes a regular bleed wound after 10 turns. Alright, so we have wounds here. You've been wounded. Wounds are long-lasting side effects and appear on the bottom of the screen above your health. You'll need to find or craft specific items to heal your wounds, such as bandages for bleeds or antidotes to cure poison. So, I wonder. Pick up the null clay. It's badly diminishing our health. So, let's go to actions again. And let's go ahead. Turn off the inventory here. Press M, and we can use a bandage to stem that bleed. There we go. Alright. We got a burnt book. A book so badly damaged and burnt that it is entirely unreadable. Maybe we can sell it. Keeping stock. This lengthy tome contains every inventory stock check made by Grand Quartermaster Arturo Morto and his assistants during year 1059, just before the outbreak of the last Great War. It requires 11 reading or 7 in Quartermasters. And we have a Machine Hunter. A machinist master tells of his creation. Requires 7 reading. Oh, that's so cool. I think you can actually build your own automatons. I think. Machine Hunter Part 3. Okay. Grab that. We got 2 of these things. Let them come forwards. Okay, we need to eat something, I think. So let's go ahead and feed. And let's go ahead and eat a tomato. That will give us some increased regen. Pick up the null clay. Let's go ahead and activate that too for the critical strike. Down it goes. Excellent. Pick up the null clay. Aha! Iguana. Junior iguana. Down it goes. There we go. You drink from the fountain, gaining 20 health. Excellent. That was a nice little hit point boost to our character. I like opening all the doors. I have to open all the doors. It's a little compulsion that I have. Let's make sure I have one focus point to invest here. Let's go ahead and continue to invest in Arcing Blade. So it lowered the cooldown for Arcing Blade. Excellent. Okay, cool. Alright, let's head over here to this door we haven't... Oh, we have explored that area. I've checked that cupboard. Is this a cupboard? I'm not so sure if it is. Nope. So I feel like I've missed some things. Ow. Stuns and immobilizes. You're immobilized by a status effect. Status effects can restrict various actions, including movement, ability usage, item consumption, or interaction with the environment. Remember, if no other actions are feasible, you can always opt to wait for the turn by pressing the space button. So we've been immobilized, I think, for 2 turns. So we'll just wait for the immobilization to go out, and then we're free. We did take some damage. Let's go ahead and interact with the stair. And, oops. I think what we want to do here is go one level up. And, let's walk forwards here. Oh, well, wouldn't you have it? It seems like we actually... Wait, I don't think we've searched this cupboard. I think that was the one that I missed. There we go. Berries. +1 health recovery for 3 turns and plus 2.25 energy recovery for 3 turns. And we get cabbage rolls recipe. Add this recipe to your recipe book. Yeah, there we go. I suspected that I'd missed one of these cupboards. Easy to do. Alright, and I think we're ready to head on out of here. Avoiding those traps. Let's take that staircase. Interesting. What is this? Let's click on this crystal. New quest, Ascension. Year 1220, day 3, hour 6. I found an Ascension fragment in an ancient temple. I should ask around to see if anyone knows more. We have a treasure chest here. Let's take a look at what it has. It has bread, an ogre jaw talisman. It's rumored that many adventurers met their fate within the grasp of these jaws. Plus 3% human damage, a fancy doublet, an expensive garment worn by nobles and bureaucrats, fun to wear but doesn't offer good protection. Antidote, a gold ring because nothing says I'm rich like wearing your money. Enemy cleaver. Wilderness danger. Be warned, traveling in the wilderness is not always safe. You can right-click a tile to see its danger level, or check the overlay buttons on the bottom right. Interesting. Alright, so travel weariness. As you travel the world map, weariness will increase. At 100% weariness, you'll pass out and wake up somewhere nearby, with a random negative event occurring. Travel weariness is reduced by spending time in friendly towns, sleeping in a bed, or using special items and skills. So you have a travel weariness of 0%, and moving from planes will add 6%. Weariness resistance is plus 2.3% from player level. Okay. Standard travel. Standard travel mode does not add any special modifiers. And cautious travel mode drastically reduces the chance of encountering an event at the cost of more weariness and increased travel time. So we get a minus 90% chance to wilderness event chance, minus 9% chance to faction event chance, plus 50% to weariness gain, and plus 50% to travel time. Remain on standard. And we have a town here called Nurton. It's a medium-sized town with a faction of the Verdant Guard. Our reputation there is a stranger. The prosperity of the town is poor. Over here we have the Dundee Farm. It's a small farm with the Verdant Guard as its faction, also poor. And there we go. This is us right-clicking on a world map tile. It's a wilderness. Biome is plains. Danger is very low. And the faction is Verdant Guard. Let's head over to town. Nurton. This safely guarded settlement serves as a trading hub to the surrounding farms and hamlets. Let's go ahead and enter the location. We have a board here. Job board. Oh, that's helpful. Visit these NPCs to accept work. We have Gremlin Terror. Alvin the Adventurer is looking for someone to help him kill a nearby Gremlin Chief. Time is unlimited. A reward for that is 210 gold. Bandit Hunter, Eric the Reaper. Yvonne the Adventurer is offering a reward to anyone who can hunt down and kill Eric the Reaper. We have a restock mission. Sigor the Bookseller is offering a sizable reward to anyone who can bring him 4 quill and inkpot. Now, Juki, if you're listening, I would love the ability to just go ahead and accept these jobs off the job board instead of having to go through town and seek out these quest givers, especially if they don't have something that would indicate that they are a quest giver in terms of their UI presentation, because it seems like there's a lot of characters I have to approach. Let's see, we have, who's this? Can we see? Oh, we can right-click and figure out who they are. Werlin, the exotic arms dealer, a traveling merchant eager to make a deal. Who's this? Cathar, the bone worker, a traveling merchant eager to make a deal. So let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Greetings, traveler. I am the exotic arms dealer. I have traveled far and wide to find the rarest weapons known to man. My weapons are not just for show, they are practical too. Take a look. You might find something you've never seen before. Let's see. How long are you in town for? He's there for 3 more days. Tell me about some of your rarest weapons. I've been in weapons trade for a long time. I used to work for the Empire before the kingdom fell apart. That gave me access to some of the best resources and connections that money can buy. I've held on to some of those connections, which means my inventory is constantly stocked with the rarest weapons you'll ever see. Can you tell me about your favorite weapon? My favorite weapon, you say? That would have to be the Zweihander. It's a massive 2-handed sword that can cut through anything, even solid steel. Its power is unmatched, and its reach is unparalleled. Oh, it sounds like an awesome weapon. What do you have to trade? And there we go. These are all its, wow, the Zweihander. The largest sword in the realm, the extreme length allows engagement outside of normal melee range. May cause combatants to crap themselves. I love the description of this blade. Does 19 to 28 damage, its attack speed of 60, attack range of 2, and it gives plus 20% bleed chance, plus 10% critical chance, plus 10% armor penetration, minus 10% to its accuracy. So not the most accurate weapons. Requires 12 mastery to use effectively. Okay, and we cannot sell anything to this guy, so we're going to take our 140 gold and go elsewhere. Let's talk to the bone worker here. Well, what do we have here? Another customer, I presume. I'm the bone worker, and you must be new to these parts. I have the finest bone armor made from the strongest ogre bones. Can you tell me about ogres and their bones? Ah, the mighty ogres. They have some of the strongest bones in the land, and make for the best armor. I only take the bones of who have passed on, of course. I'm not that heartless. How long are you in town for? He's here for 6 more days. What do you have to trade? There we go. Bone splint helm. Bone splint plate. 2,000. 4,000 gold. Nothing that we can afford. Okay. And then we have... What do we have here? Kaldor, the armor collector. Traveling merchant eager to make a deal. Let's talk to him too. Welcome, adventurer. You look like someone who could appreciate the finest and rarest armor in the land. I've collected pieces from all over the kingdom. You won't find better anywhere else. Now I'm going to say, tell me about some of your rarest pieces. My inventory is constantly changing, but sometimes I have the rarest pieces you'll ever see. I've had a worm scale chestplate said to belong to the greatest beast slayer in history. And then there's the mystic helm forged by the Drisians of the Eastern Isles. Those are just a few examples. Can you tell me about your favorite armor? My favorite armor, you say? That's a tough question, but I had to say the adamant plate. It's a masterpiece of craftsmanship. Unfortunately, it's not always in stock, as it can be difficult to locate, but I'll do my best to get my hands on it if you're interested. Take a look. Berserker helm. It's kind of within reach. Plus 10% damage to bleeding enemies. I like that. Kind of cool. Alright. What's this? Would be great if we could tooltip these signs to find out what they are. Right click these signs. Let's see who we have here. Thurvin the guard. Level 8. Sigor the bookseller. He always has what you need for a price. Maybe we can sell some books to him. You must be new here. This is Sigor's books, scrolls, and writing supplies. Plenty of books in stock. Just let me know what you need. I'm going to say, do you know anything about the artifact of Ascension? Sigor says, yes, the Eye of Ascension. Ever since the king disappeared, it's been missing. I'm going to say, what else can you tell me? Look, I may know a few things, but this is a topic best left for scholars. Okay, thanks. I ask him again about the artifact of Ascension. I'm going to say the artifact is broken into fragments. So this should read, the artifact has broken into fragments. Sigor says, where? What? Where'd you hear that? Such a thing would be impossible. Why? If the artifact were broken into fragments, the whole kingdom would be flooded with magic. Alright, what else can you tell me? So he's going to say that. Alright. Can you tell me about your wares? Well, the name of the shop is Books, Scrolls, and Writing Supplies. That should give you a pretty good hint. Ah, I'm just kidding with you. No harm in asking. There's a lot of shops in town, you know. I'm looking for work. I need help restocking my shop inventory. Ask about restocking. I'm running low in stock and will pay a premium if you can help me. Bring me 4 quill and ink pot and I'll pay a good price. Yeah, I'll help you. We got a new quest. And I'm going to go talk to him about what he has to trade. So I have the following stuff. So let's go ahead and sell off our copies of the books here. Go ahead and accept that. Can I... Oh, I can loot this. Doesn't appear like he noticed. I'm assuming that eventually the developers will implement penalties for just thieving things in front of NPCs, but for now, that doesn't seem to be something we need to worry about. So let's go ahead and see what he's to trade, and we can sell off that extra recipe to him. Let's see what we have here. Milver the Doctor. He always has what you need for a price. Let's take a look at what we have here. Iron arrows, gold, more gold, and that's it. I don't need to talk to the doctor for the time being. Branor the Civilian. This is locked. What do we have here? Libran the Civilian. And he has gold, parchment, and quill and ink pot. We'll grab all those things. Gold and parchment, loose sheets for writing made from prepared animal skin. Grab that. Gold coif. A humble hat favored by townsfolk for its simplicity and practicality. Physical resist 4%, plus 2% dodge chance. And a sand cap. Keep cool and shaded in the scorching desert heat with the sand cap. A staple Aradak's wardrobe. Gives 5 physical resist, plus 2% dodge chance, and a plus 50% burn resist. Not bad. Grab all that too. Okay, we've been in there. What about here? We got a lot going on. What is this? Live on the adventure, hungry for glory and riches. Gaston the innkeeper. He always has what you need for a price. Lauren the adventurer, hungry for glory and riches. Altum the adventurer, hungry for glory and riches. Adam the civilian, local townsfolk. Let's talk to Altum. You've got a limp. It's a wonder you made it here. I'm going to say, I'm looking for some work. This gremlin terror must be stopped. Ask about the gremlins. Gremlin hordes have been an escalating nuisance, attacking travelers and plundering supplies at will. Each horde is controlled by a different gremlin chief. We're particularly troubled by one who resides nearby. I'm the 4th adventurer to try and kill him. I barely escaped my life. Would you be interested in giving it a shot? We raised a bounty of 210 gold. This chief should be at Babel Fortress. Alright. Tell me about these gremlins. Gremlins are a pesky lot. They aren't the brightest or the biggest or strongest, but they're cunning and relentless. They tend to prefer dark, damp places and build their fortresses underground. Oh, and one more thing. Don't let their size fool you. A gremlin with a crown thinks he's 10 feet tall and twice as mean. I'll help you with the quest. Alright. Okay, we got the innkeeper here. Civilian. Let's talk to Yvonne the adventurer. I'm looking for work. I need to hunt down a bandit. Ask about the bandit. The notorious bandit Eric the Reaper attacked and nearly killed me. Him and his men are hiding out at Tiverdar Chasms. Find him and kill him. I'll pay you 255 gold. I'll help you. Accept that quest. Let's talk to this gentleman here. Lauren the adventurer. That's cool. It's helpful to know that a lot of quest givers are here at the inn. That helps. Let's talk to the innkeeper. Do you have any rooms available for rent? Sure thing, we have a room. It includes a bed and a chest for your items. The price is 10 gold for 1 day or 50 gold for 7 days. Okay. We're going to go ahead and leave that alone for the time being. I don't think we need to rent a room just yet. But we can certainly loot this place for everything it has. So let's go ahead and do that. Grab the bandage. Gold and scrap metal. Metal components of various origin useful for equipment maintenance. Grab that too. Got some gold here. Rotten food. This food smells terrible, but is it edible? Chance to apply poison. Still gives a small boost to health recovery and energy recovery. Gives us a minus to our accuracy, so that's a food of desperation. 10 gold. Oil and yeast. Tiny little bits of fungi needed to make baked goods rise. We'll grab all that too. Let's head upstairs. Prevented. Okay, so we can't go there until we pay for a room, I guess. continue exploring. Let's go ahead and loot this thing for gold. What do we have here? You're in the governor, dedicated to protecting their citizens and ensuring the prosperity of the town. Welcome to our town. I am the governor charged with maintaining order and justice in these troubled times. What can I do for you? So we can buy a house from him if we have the gold for it, which we probably don't. We're just going to leave Urin alone for the time being. It's locked. How about here? What do we got? Who's this? Sagohai, an old man in strange robes. Greetings, traveler. Does the hue of my beard unnerve you? I'm going to say... No, why should I be unnerved? Sagohai says there's no need to be rude. On second thought, maybe there is. I'll have to think about this. I'm going to say, who are you? I am Sagohai. I was traveling when I stopped here for the night. Something about this place called to me, so I decided to stay. I'm going to say, what's troubling this town? Sagohai says the air here is thick with more mist. Don't you agree? Something gnaws. Would you dare confront it, or do you scurry away like others before you? I'm going to say, do you know what this is? Show Ascension Fragment. Sagohai says, good gods, man. Hide that abomination before it attracts calamities beyond mere mortals. I'm going to say, why? What is that? This relic pulses with a dark energy. It's highly sought after. Assassins and occultists would gladly sever your spine to obtain it. I'm going to say, I can handle myself. Sagohai says, muttering, the hubris of fledgling champions. As if strength would be gauged solely by boldness. I'm going to say, I cleared a temple filled with vile creatures. Sagohai says, what kind of creatures? Centipedes, mostly. I slayed them all. Sagohai says, that is rather impressive. I'll tell you what, return when you are a little stronger, and I may be able to help you. Until then, be wary whom you brandish that relic to. Our quest has been updated. So let's take a look at our quests. Alright. Year 1220, day 3, hour 23. Sagohai from Nurton said he would help me, but I need to get stronger. I should return to him once I've reached level 15. Good. I like that clear sort of indication of what we need to do. In the meantime, let's steal everything he has. Alright, we'll grab that bandage. Let's take a look at this house. It's locked. Unfortunate. How about this place? Also locked. Another abandoned house. Okay, let's zoom out a little. Locked too. I am looking for some place where I can buy weapons and armor. And it doesn't look like there is such a place here. I see an apothecary where I can buy healing supplies, a bookstore. But it looks like in this randomly generated town it did not start with a blacksmith. At least none that I can see. So that leaves us with a conundrum. We are kind of loaded up on stuff. Let's see. Hold Alt to compare. So that's basically the same thing. Cotton shirt, worker's gloves. We're going to wear that for sure. The Ogre Talisman. Gold ring. Why the heck not? Sand cap versus... Yeah, we'll definitely wear the sand cap. Everything else, yeah. Okay. Man, I wish I could sell off some of my weapons to this guy here. Who's this? Olsen, the guard captain, dedicated to protecting their citizens. Let's talk to the guard captain. Greetings, traveler. I am the captain of the town guard responsible for keeping the peace and ensuring the safety of our citizens. How can I assist you today? Can you sell me some armor? I have access to some high-quality armors, but it's not available to just anyone. We reserve such armor for those who truly earned our trust and respect. Once you've proven yourself and built a strong reputation here, we can discuss it further. What can you tell me about the local bandits? The bandits in this area are a constant nuisance. They prey on travelers and sometimes even attack the town outskirts. Our guards work tirelessly to protect the people, but we could always use extra help. How do you maintain the town's safety? We maintain the town's safety through a regular patrol and a strong guard presence. Our well-trained guards are always on the lookout for any potential threats and are responded to swiftly. Okay. How about this gentleman? Ouch, that cripple looks bad. Hey, I'm not a cripple. You got a limp. I wonder you made it here. What are you talking about? I don't have a limp. Okay. Exit strategy. When you're ready to leave, use the B key to escape. The command works in towns and dungeons, but only if no enemies are nearby. If you forget, you can always find this command in the actions menu. Okay? Let's go ahead and press B. What is this? Babel Fortress. Dundee Farm. So let's go ahead and look for anywhere we can buy some weapons and armor. The Dundee Farm. Scent the savory herbs and smoke waft through the air, making your mouth water. Around the farm, turkeys strut about, quite content with their situation. Small, has a verdant guard. Has prosperity of poor. So let's see. Raw eggs, sure. Grab all the raw eggs. I'm sure they don't mind. Excuse me. There we go. We can find an opportunity to sell it off somewhere. Ooh, YMDK says, you have a cripple wound. Could look in medicine and see if you can cure it. I do have a cripple wound, huh? You're right. Cripple wound. Significantly impedes movement and prevents jumping or other athletics-based abilities. Set crippled limbs with a splint or other medicine. Minus 30 move speed, mobility disabled, plus 20% cripple resist. Okay. Good call out. Let's take a look at medicine. And I actually don't have a splint. So I should go and find a way of correcting that somewhere. For now, we'll continue exploring the farm. Thank you for pointing that out, YMDK. Would have missed that. Campfire. Cute little farm. And we got a farmer here. Helvin the farmer. Toiling in the hot sun and foul weather to provide sustenance for all. You must be new here. Welcome to my farm. What do you have to trade? It's got... Okay, good. Oh, really? Oh, no. He hardly has anything. Consumables. How about the eggs that I stole from him? 6 gold each? Wow, these are valuable eggs. Mutton morsels. Ooh, this is nice. Tasty meat chunks. Hard to say what kind of animal it came from. Perhaps it's best you don't know. So we can grab all of these. And then we can actually sell him back all the eggs that we stole. In fact... Perfect. There we go. That was a good trade. Alright, let's escape. And let's drop a save. And let's keep on looking for a larger town. What do we have here? Beaconsdale. Small, stored wardens, reputation stranger. Yeah, let's take a look at this place. Quaint little hamlet, barely earning a mark on the map. Alright. Hungry appetite. Northern, the adventurer is desperate for a funky fruitcake and will pay serious gold to have it. We have no such fruitcake with us, so we're going to leave him alone. We have Urin the Scrap Collector, a traveling urgent eager to make a deal. Greetings, adventurers. Greeting, adventurer. I am the Scrap Collector, and I specialize in acquiring and selling raw resources for armor, repairs, or upgrades. I have everything from cloth and leather to worm skin and ogre bones, and everything in between. I take great pride in my work, taking damaged armor and repurposing them into useful resources. I'm going to say, can you tell me about the resources you sell? I have an extensive collection of raw resources that armor crafters will find invaluable. I have many of the basic materials such as cloth, leather, and wood, as well as some harder to find resources like worm skin and savage leather. For those looking to craft armor with a little more heft, I also have some of the rarest resources available, such as crimson, adamant, and infernal steel. That sounds really cool. What do you have to trade? Okay, let's go ahead and sell off the this stuff here. Except that we're trying to sell as much as we can, so we can hopefully buy better weapons and armor. Pearl the adventure, hungry for glory and riches. We're not going to give him some of that stuff. Take a look at this. Gold and a shiv. Gold and iron bolt. Gold and tiny spell brass. Juki, if you're still here, I got a question for you. Are you eventually going to implement a kind of like a crime and consequences system in the Doors of Trithius, or will players always be able to sort of steal anything that's not nailed down? Adventurers, please join me in welcoming Fogheart to the Wyvern's Lair, saying, loving that turkey disco as you walk past. Adventurers, Fogheart's part of the Doors of Trithius team and is responsible for the great score that you're hearing there in the background. Fogheart, thank you for dropping by. Do you have a YouTube channel, Fogheart? Gold, bandage, we'll grab all that good stuff. Who's this guy? Sigor the baker. He always has what you need for a price. Let's talk to him. Welcome to my bakery. I'm Sigor. Smell that freshly baked goodness? Bet you're hungry. What can I do for you? Can you tell me about your wares? I sell baked goods, breads, pies, cakes, and more, as well as some of the basic ingredients you need to cook up something tasty on your own. Cool. Can you teach me how to cook? What would you like to know? Okay, no, we're not going to go down that dialogue path for the time being. Let's see what he has to trade. So he's got bread. He actually has no, whatchamacallits. I kind of want to hang on to bread. We'll sell the flour. We'll sell the yeast for the gold, because we're not really going to engage in cooking just yet. We're going to sell the oil as well. We're going to hang on to the bread recipe. Like Wiz Guar says, enjoying the music, Fogheart. Yeah, isn't it a good score? Rotten food, we'll grab that too. We got gold and leather. Fogheart says, I do. Thanks for your kind words. Writing the score is a blast. Awesome. Can we expect to be able to experience more of your music as the game develops, Fogheart? Are you working with a developer to add in some additional scores in the game? Crates. Yeah, big shout out to the developer team for dropping by and spending time with us on this stream. That is really super cool. I hope they appreciate the time that I'm taking here to really sort of, absorb the game as much as I can. All right, let's get out of there. And again, we're looking for a town where we can just upgrade our weapons. Okay, we're going to go ahead and check out the Dundee farm. Let's go down this road, see where it takes us. The Tenby farm. Okay, not great. Let's go back up this road. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Okay, can I pass time? I need sleeping in a bed or a special item. Oh no, we're gonna take a minus of some malice of some sort. Oh, that town! 97%, rectally large, verdant. Can I reach it? Please let me reach it. Exhausted. Uh-oh. What's gonna happen? Crippled and fatigued. Travel weariness is seeped into your body. Sleep to remove. Mental wounds cannot be cured through normal medicine. Okay. And we're facing off against a Weber spider. Weave sticky webs that can slow and entangle their prey. And what a scorpion. Oh my god. We're facing off against a lot. Fogheart says there's certainly music in the game that nobody has heard yet. Oh, awesome. I'm glad to hear that, Fogheart. That Wiz says, I can see you can buy the soundtrack with the game. I love that. Yes, I purchased the soundtrack as well. Just to, oh, what's going on here? I've been webbed. Minus 25 movement speed, minus 25 attack speed. Okay. Not good. Down it goes. We got a wisdom level, so we reached level 3. Excellent. I've been poisoned. Not good. So let's go ahead to our inventory. Let's go ahead and go here, actually. Let's go ahead and eat some... What gives us the most health? We'll eat an apple. And then let's go ahead and use an antidote. And we'll get a scorpion claw. This dangerous pincer weapon of the scorpion. Not so dangerous anymore. Venom stab. Okay, let's go ahead and wait for this debuff to go away. And then let's take on the next scorpion here. We've been webbed. Down that thing goes. Webbed again. Let's go ahead and use Arcane Blade. We got Spider Spoke and Spider Fangs. Doing pretty good against the creatures here. What do we have here? What is this? Uh-oh. Yikes. Let's head back this way. Okay, we got a spider making its way over towards us. A biting spider. Okay. Ouch. And poisoned. Down it goes. What is this? Wild turkey. Protect your eyes from his beak. Dangerous in numbers. Okay. Do we have a means to cure that poison? Forgot. We can just go into medicine. We do have one last antidote. How many turns is this going to debuff me? Maybe what I'll do is I'll feed to counteract that poison? This thing's after me. Ow! Crazy wild turkey. We got feathers and raw meat. Feathers seen by the inhabitants of Enaglia as a symbol of movement and lightness. Raw meat. A bloody hunk of flesh from some walking beast. Cooks nicely with oil or in a stew. Could be eaten raw, but will likely be toxic. High chance to apply poison. YMDK says, for travel weariness and wilderness, you can enter current tile, kill enemies, gather things. Travel weariness will slowly decrease. I did not know that, YMDK. You gotta show me how to enter a current tile. We got Yaniv Givinter saying, hello, I played this game, almost completed it. It's really good, waiting for the full release. Absolutely, Yaniv. I'm enjoying my time in this game. Foghart says, checking out, it's 11 p.m. here. Enjoy the rest of the stream. I'm looking forward to hearing people's reactions to the upcoming content. Me too. I've been enjoying my first session, which I think will be one of many here at the Wyvern's Lair for the Doors of Trithius, Foghart. Congratulations on being part of this great project and on your wonderful music. Like Wiz says, later Foghart, thanks for stopping by. And Juki says, travel weariness should not decrease just by walking in wilderness towns. It should only decrease when walking in friendly towns. Aha, good to know. All right, so let's go ahead. I think this bird is after us. Yep, there we go. Uh-oh, the outside world. Exploring the wilderness is a great way to collect resources, but can also be highly dangerous depending on where you are and what factions are nearby. When you're ready to leave, use the escape key to return to the map. Ouch. Not kidding. We got a feather here. And we're out of healing, so let's go ahead and munch on another apple. Botany skill discovered. Critical failure. Finger prick. Alright. This is becoming quite the lethal healing. Exploring dungeons is never safe if you're taking serious damage. Eating food is the primary to gain health. Your health will also regenerate over time. I'm going to go ahead and use our Arcane Blade to take care of that thing. And let's go and see if we can hit B to escape. There we go. And we're far from this town, but I think we can reach it if we're lucky. Ow! Oh my goodness. Whoa. We took a lot of damage there. I should be careful about that next time. That was from the poison. We're going to enter the location. Praise be, we made it. Alright, we got a couple of things here to take a look at. Bandit Hunter. Rash Fumble Hands. Riveler the Adventurer is offering a reward to anyone who can hunt down and kill Rash Fumble Hands. Again, in the future, I would absolutely love the ability to go ahead and accept quests right off the job board. Times unlimited, 275 gold. We also have Bandit Hunter Willie Make It. Hudon the Adventurer is offering a reward to anyone who can hunt down Willie Make It. So the adventurers probably can be found in the inn. We got a Behemoth hunting party. Equivalent, the innkeeper is looking for adventurers to join a Behemoth hunting party. That sounds fun. And we have a couple of timed quests here. Leave that alone. Let's go ahead and talk to Vanmar, the exotic arms dealer. What kind of weapons are you looking for today? We'll leave him alone. I can't really afford his weapons. What we really want is the blacksmith here. Gear maintenance. Your rusted greatsword has become worn. If it continues to degrade, eventually it will become damaged, reducing its effectiveness. Gear can be repaired at workbenches if you have the right materials, okay? I probably should have taken Quartermaster to help with those repairs. Let's talk to Yezin the Armorer. I specialize in heavy armor items. I also offer a 30% discount on armor repairs. What can I do for you? Enter current tile by pressing E on the keyboard. Thank you, YMDK. Can you tell me about your wares? I sell heavy armor, which offers the best protection, if you can compensate for the drawbacks. What are the drawbacks? Serious protection comes with the cost of mobility and energy. Depending upon the armor, you'll find yourself moving slower and feeling drained more quickly. More than worth it for the overwhelming advantage of having a thicker layer of protection between you and a hungry animal's sharp fangs. If you ask me, I'd rather have too much armor than not enough. And as for the price, my metal is worth every gold piece. Alright, what do you have to trade? Okay, it's got some really good stuff here. Go ahead and sell the leather. Accept. And then let's take a look at our inventory. That looks good. That's in worn condition. So let's go ahead, and I think we have a second set of improvised breastplates. Let's go ahead and sell that. Sell that too. So slowly gathering some coin here, which is good. And now what we want to find is a weaponsmith, blacksmith. I saw somewhere we can sell off some of our food. Maybe we can sell off our rotten food here? I don't know. Let's talk to this character here. Welcome, I've got the meat and eggs if you're ready to buy. Can you tell me about your wares? I sell meat, eggs, and other animal-based products. I also make a fine meat pie if you're looking for something extra zesty. We have to trade. There we go. We can sell off the meat cleavers. The raw meat, definitely. And the raw eggs. That looks good. We may want some of these pies as well. For the time being, let's sell that off and take a look at these cupboards. Townsfolk vest, excellent. Gold and rotten food, apple, empty. Oh, we got some more barrels to check. Empty, empty. Can't be winners all the time. Let's go back to the armorer here and see what he may have had lying around his shop. Yeah, so Juki, you're still here. Curious about crime and consequences. Is that something you and the developers are going to be implementing further down the roadmap? Gold, iron arrows, rusty tin whistle. Gold. Okay. We got a ranged weapon shop. And there's the blacksmith. Let's see what we have. Iron arrows, wood, empty, gold, oil, and flour. Let's talk to Homar, the blacksmith. Hello, traveler. You must be new in town. I'm Homar, the blacksmith. I sell armor and weapons, and you can also repair your gear. Tell me about your wares. I provide a variety of armor and weapons, whatever seems to be in demand generally, and I can repair your gear for cheap. Typically, I don't carry many specialized or high-end items. Perfect. What do you have to trade? So let's see, what do we have? Ceremonial saber, brutal bastard sword, an oversized weapon that must be wielded with two hands to be effective, yet those trained in swordsmanship praise it for its devastating slicing power. Okay. That looks like a good upgrade for us. How much does it cost? 420 gold? Lordy. Sell off the parrying daggers. Sell off the wood. Sell off the shiv. Sell off all the bolts. Because we are not a ranged character. All the iron arrows too. And I think that's going to give us enough to buy this weapon. Brutal bastard sword. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, so let's go into weapons. Equip that. Heck yeah. Looking good. Look at our brand spanking new weapon. What do you have to trade? We're going to sell off those. And we cannot sell the damaged rusted greatsword. Can we drop it? We can. We're going to go ahead and drop it. Dropping items. Warning, dropped items do not stay around forever. The longer they are left alone, the higher the chance your items will be stolen. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. But now that we have this new weapon on us, I think that we're ready to take on a lot more dangerous adventures in the Doors of Trithius. But that's going to have to be for the next session when we return back to this very cool computer role-playing game. I've really enjoyed session 1. Really impressed with what's already in here in early access. This is exactly the kind of high adventure experience I was looking for in a sandbox roguelike or game inspired by Dwarf Fortress. Like, I love the Dwarf Fortress adventure mode, don't get me wrong. There's all kinds of fun things you can do in adventure mode, but just in terms of just bringing you straight into the action and making you feel powerful as an adventurer, and already having, you know, all the things that you could possibly want, you know, out of the box for a computer role-playing game. I feel like Doors of Trithius is already in a good place where it is in early access. It's only onwards and upwards from here. I want to thank all the adventurers who joined myself, DM Wyvern, as we checked out the Doors of Trithius here at the Wyvern's Lair. Thank you all for coming by, and I want to extend a special shout out to the developers who made the time to drop on by. That would be Juki Loves Wigfrid. Thank you for coming by and helping us better understand some of the things about the Doors of Trithius, and Foghart, the composer for this game. Special shout out to the adventurers who are here at the end of the live stream. YMDK for helping give us tips and hints. Them being a veteran of the Doors of Trithius themselves. Vigwiz Guardrick of the Wyvern's Lair. Yaniv, the Givinter. Thank you one and all for dropping by, and I look forward to seeing you all here again soon, the next time I return to the Doors of Trithius here at the Wyvern's Lair. Bye everyone, and happy adventuring.